Good evening, everyone. I am Elisa Bandari, Bachelor of Nursing third year student from Australian Catholic University. Today, in this presentation, I am going to discuss the role of nurses for promoting the prevention of using vape in individual aged 12 to 18 years old. Here are some strategies that we're going to discuss about the nurses can do to prevent the use of vape among adolescents. As a nurse, we can raise awareness by creating a campaign, educational programs in school or in the community. While conducting these campaigns, we can organize peer-led programs. In this program, nurses will be involving the peer group to educate and influence their friends about the risk of vaping to their same age group. Providing peer-to-peer education and support by involving trained young educators can share information in a more relatable way and more effectively than an adult. Peer educators use language and examples that their peers understand with non judgmental advice on how to avoid vaping. And the next thing is nurses can use social media platforms such as Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok with the material made by young people, engaging peers and spreading information about the risk of using vape. Nurses can counsel and support patients in stopping e-cigarettes by providing FDA-approved resources such as nicotine gum, patches, support groups. Nurses can help youth effectively to quit using vape by initiating talks, open discussion, accessing readiness to quit, and referring to quit line and giving non-judgmental support and tools. Like this, nurses can also organize the awareness campaign by sticking the pamphlets, brochures with the information related to the negative effects of vaping in shopping centers, cinema halls, schools, and other places where the teenagers frequently visit and spend their most of the time. Next strategy that the nurses can apply is the collaborating with the school's administration to include e-cigarette and vaping education in the curriculum with the information of risk and harms of vaping, full information about the nicotine and the toxic chemical ingredients that are used in vape and its impact on health, such as addiction, bone, lung disease, cancers, and other heart diseases. Nurses can provide some strategies to prevent them from vaping, like saying no to their friends and using healthy coping mechanisms like playing games, swimming, exercises, and mindfulness exercises if they are using vape as a coping mechanism for their stress. Next thing, nurses can also collaborate with the community leader to set some rules and policies for the prevention and control of using vape among the individuals of age 12 to 18 years old. Setting the rules of keeping the vaping products out of sight or not to display the vaping products where adolescents goes to buy their stuff, and limiting the number of vape selling stores nearby the school, and by restricting in the advertisement and flavoring the vape. Like this, as a nurse, we can also collaborate with general practitioners and can work together to discourage teenagers from vaping by adopting a coordinated care strategies with the GP. This involves regular screening of vaping practices during routine checkups, which allows nurses and GP to detect the kids who are at risk. Nurses can also collaborate with the GPs to develop teaching materials for families to promote the vaping prevention. Nurses can help parents to prevent their children from using vape by organizing instructional seminar, workshops, or open discussion program highlighting the risk of using vape, such as health consequences and the symptoms of vaping behavior from the kids. Be aware of their activities and the social circle, friend circle among their kids. They can give parents a realistic advices on how to communicate about vape in a non-judgmental way and without making their kids agitated and upset. Nurses can also distribute educational materials such as pamphlets or online resources that describe the dangers of vaping and provide ways for monitoring and discussing it with their children. Additionally, nurses can encourage and give an idea of making home rules, just like smoke-free in the home for preventing the use of vape. Nurses can conduct risk assessments to protect teenagers from vaping by including screening questions and open-ended questions such as about their exposure to vaping, peer influences, their friend circle, and current vaping use. during routine health examinations. Our nurses can also assess risk factors such as stress, anxiety, or peer pressure, which can all increase the possibility of using vape among the adolescents. Nurses can clear the misconception of vaping among the adolescents. Furthermore, nurses can include parents or caregivers in the assessment process, offering a more complete picture of adolescent surroundings and potential risk factors. This proactive strategy enables nurses to identify high risk individuals early and implement tailored educational and preventive initiatives for them. Nurses can help reduce vaping among young people by including prevention, education, and advocacy into their practices. Nurses should be educated or recognize initial signs of vaping and properly communicate the risk factors. They can implement school-based instructional program, work with parents and teachers, and provide counseling services. Nurses can help to reduce risk of vaping among adolescents by participating in direct patient treatment, community outreach, and policy advocacy. Like this, while implementing all these strategies, nurses might face different challenges, many challenges while implementing all these programs in the community, like peer influence, social media normalizations, and the lack of information all contribute to the difficulty of implementing youth vaping prevention strategies and chance of diminish the effectiveness of the program. Like next challenges nurse might face is time management and staffing shortage are the challenges mostly experienced by the nurses to provide complete outreach and educational opportunities in the community. Every easy access and availability of the vape, which might be another challenge for nurses. Despite of strict rules and the regulations, vape are still available to minors through legal way, which might be more challenging to control the uses of vape among the community and for the adolescents. Overall, addressing these challenges through specific programs can improve preventive efforts and policy effectiveness. Thank you so much for